everybody. My name is Britt McCrimmon with Vine Dresser Lawn and Landscape. Today we're going to talk about the excessive rain we've had in the past 2 months, being December and January. And we're going to look at a video about what NC State just put out about pre-emergence, the effect of rain, and Poa Annua. So without further ado, I'm going to play the video, and then we'll talk a little bit about Poa and how to control it.
Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. And the middle of December to the middle of January was a very wet time here in Raleigh, North Carolina. In fact, throughout much of the Southeast. And I'm going to let my two colleagues, Fred Yelverton and Jim Kearns, talk a little bit about their thoughts on what that's going to mean as we go through the rest of the winter and into the summer.
Thank you.
Well, let me just chime in on herbicides here for a second on weed management. And again, thanks, Rick, for allowing us to do this. I'm not nearly as concerned about the temperature swings that we're having from a weed control standpoint as I am the rainfall. So in case you don't know, we had at Raleigh-Durham Airport, we had the second wettest December since 1880. What happens when you have that amount of rainfall is similar to what Jim said about fungicides. When you have anaerobic soils, the degradation of herbicides is really accelerated, and I mean accelerated in a big way. So basically, anything you have down for POA control that you use in the fall, hopefully, which is when you need to be using it, is probably no longer there because of the wet, waterlogged soils. So I am prepared for, and I think everybody needs to be prepared for, a big POA year in spring. Don't let it get away from you. Early March, things should start back growing, and the temperature should be rising a little bit. You should be able to get in some dormant Roundup applications on POA if it dries out. So we not only need warm temperatures for Roundup applications, we need soils dry enough that you can get out and spray, and that could be an issue here with this rainfall pattern we're in. So, POA loves wet soils, and, there's probably not any residual herbicides left out there. So, I'm not optimistic that we'll have good POA control this year like we had last year. Last year was a pretty decent control because we had a relatively normal November, December, but this year is not been good. So, we'll just have to see, but I'm expecting that turfgrass managers are going to have to use a lot of remedial control this winter and this spring.
All right, so to recap, he's basically saying because of the excessive rainfall we've had, the pre-emergence have probably worn off, and we're going to see an outbreak of POA. And we're going to take a look at this article. This is from NC State, basically what Poa Annua is. Annual bluegrass is a light green bunch type of slightly spreading winter annual weedy grass. Some subspecies exist which are classified as short-lived perennials. These perennials are types of particular evident in bent grass golf greens. One reason annual bluegrass is so unsightly is the ability to produce a light-colored seed head even at the very low mowing heights. Management practices that encourage annual bluegrass persistence include, so if you mow low, infrequent and shallow irrigation, poor soil drainage, improperly timed fertilization or dethatching and aerating during the periods of germination, and heavy equipment causing compaction and shade. So all those factor into POA outbreaks. And that's what POA looks like. It germinated in September through October timeframe, but you're really going to see it starting to pop out of the ground now, and then March it'll be in the lawns. So what can you use to control POA? And so this is from NC State, and basically it is a pest control manual for turf grass, and we're going to see post-emergent control annual bluegrass. And so you got post-emergent control and seeded suppression of annual bluegrass. So here's a list of products you can put on there. You're going to have to check the label to make sure that you can put it on the actual residential lawn if you're treating residential lawns. And you're going to have to make sure that you can put it on your turf grass, depending on what grass you have. So velocity looks like only for Bermuda grass. Exonerate is tolerant up to 6. Also tolerant to 6-month established turf grass such as Bahia grass, centipede grass, St. Augustine grass, zoysia grass. So all the warm season grasses. I don't see Bermuda in here. Bahia, centipede, St. Augustine, zoysia. You'd have to check the label to see on Bermuda, but you could spray it on dormant Bermuda, I would say. Katana, Bermuda grass, zoysia grass, centipede grass. Revolver, Bermuda and zoysia only, safe for home lawns. Negate, well-established Bermuda and zoysia grass, grown on non-residential turf. Check the label to make sure you can spray it on your home lawn. Certainty and Outrider, and they are labeled for Bermuda, zoysia, centipede, St. Augustine, all the warm season grasses, and Monument. Maybe applied to residential Bermuda grass and zoysia grass, and also on golf courses. So there's some products that control it. Dormant Bermuda grass, you can actually spray Roundup. You heard him say it, but you're just going to have to make sure that you have that, one, it's dry enough to spray the Roundup. Two, that the grass is actually dormant. Here in southeastern North Carolina, you don't want to be spraying it if the grass transitions out of dormancy, because you could kill off and have big patches. Here's the certainty label for warm season grasses: Bermuda, Bahia, centipede, St. Augustine, zoysia. And here's what it says: it'll control annual bluegrass of Poa Annua. For non-overseeded turf, for selective control of annual bluegrass, apply this product at 1.2 to 2 ounces per acre. Use a high rate of this product for controlling areas. Use a high rate of this product for controlling areas of established dents and weed infestation. So the high rate for heavily populated weeds. Best results are obtained when weeds are in the early stage of growth and prior to tillering. And tillering is actually the production of lateral shoots by a plant, especially grass or cereal, from the base of the stem. So obviously, they're saying to apply it when it is very young. I hope this kind of helps you with what may be coming in the future March timeframe of a POA outbreak, and what we could be doing now to get on top of it before it gets out of hand. If you need anything and we can help you out in any way, just let us know.